There is an unfortunate event that we all must go through in life, and that is the death of a loved one. And when that time arrives, we put our trust into the hands of those in our darkest hour. But sadly, some of those who we give our cherished loved ones' remains to see fit a proper burial truly are nothing more than wolves in sheep's clothing. Enter one 41-year-old Shawnte Hardin, a self proclaimed reverend and funeral director. Over the course of several years, the countless family members have entrusted Mr. Hardin with care of their dearly departed. But there would be one problem. Shawnte Hardin was neither a funeral director, owned a funeral home, nor was he licensed to run one. In January of 2021, a group of urban explorers found what appeared to be the cremains of almost 90 people in a building next to the abandoned Greater Faith Missionary Baptist Church at 825 East Bucktail Avenue, where Hardin had been pastor and owner. Hardin, who state officials say has never been a licensed funeral home director or embalmer in the state of Ohio, had already been under investigation by the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation for years before police in Columbus last year discovered bodies stored in an empty storefront in what once was a hair salon. The bodies have been connected to Hardin, who has held himself out as the provider of low-cost funeral services and was using the location as a makeshift funeral parlor. In December of 2018, Toledo police officers began investigating after a transport driver for the Lucas County Coroner's Office, who had delivered a body to a building connected to Hardin, alerted authorities to reports of an improperly stored body. As the OBI started to get involved into Hardin's business practices, it was learned he operated several businesses in multiple counties under various names, including Hussein Funeral Directors, Celebration of Life Memorial Chapels Incorporated, and American Mortuary Services. In October of 2021, Hardin was indicted on 37 charges ranging from abuse of a corpse to representing as a funeral director while unlicensed. Along with passing bad checks and tax evasion, the prosecution told the judge Hardin's crimes involved a criminal enterprise, which he promised specific funeral services and didn't deliver. Evidence also showed during the trial that Hardin used the passcodes of funeral directors he was associated with so he could gain access to the Ohio Department of Health's electronic death registration system, which allows for death certificates to be entered. Hardin's defense claimed he never represented himself as a funeral home director and claimed he only offered support services.
I have so much hate for you, Sean. I have so much hate. I wish misery upon you, your family, and your soul. I want that. I pray for that. I pray every night. I pray that something happens to you, and you are treated like you treated my son.
Emotions running high in a Lucas County courtroom today.
Now, this happening just minutes before Shawnte Hardin was taken off to prison. Thank you so much for joining us here this Friday night, top of the hour. I'm Jeff Smith.
And I'm Melissa Andrews. A Lucas County judge sentenced Shawnte Hardin to nearly 12 years in prison today. He was found guilty of 31 charges stemming from running an unlicensed funeral home business in Ohio.
Kaylee Marintet, she's been following the trial since day one. She was in the courtroom for that outburst and many others during his sentencing. She joins us now live with more. Kaylee?
The victim impact statements today gave us a glimpse of how hard these families have been hit emotionally by Shawnte Hardin's actions throughout the years.
It scares me for you to be in the community. It scares me for you to walk out there. Because I don't know if you're going to put another family through what you putting us through.
The four walls in this courtroom caged high emotions today, tension that has built up for weeks throughout this trial.
You lied!
coming up with the question, how long will Shawnte Hardin be behind bars for crimes he defended until the end?
There has been a big contention, as if I'm not apologetic to the families. Anytime something goes wrong or somebody's dissatisfied, I'm always heartbroken, both personally and professionally. But I was always doing my best to help where they asked me to.
The prosecution saying he's only sorry he got caught.
He saw in this funeral business an opportunity to take advantage of people at the worst time one of the worst times of their life.
Some of the worst times in their lives, detailed in their impact statements. First, Charlotte Weatherspoon, who weeks ago gave an emotional testimony, still saying she hasn't been able to grieve.
You ruined my son's memory. You ruined it. Every time I think of him, this ugliness that you put on me, it overstands the memory. I wish you could just let me bash him in the face. Please, Your Honor.
And Carol King, who hired Hardin for her sister's burial. A month after her funeral, her sister's body was found at Hardin's business.
And I go see my baby in a box, foaming at the mouth with green on her skin, turning green.
King adding Hardin was like family to her, and that's why she trusted him.
I am a mental health specialist, and I can't get my own mental health in check. I can't help my clients without seeing my sister's face.
The weeks of testimony and trial ended with the judge's decision to put Shawnte Hardin in prison for 11 years and 10 months.
Right across the street in front of you, that home, right now, that looks like there's some kind of squatters in there. That was a home where Mr. Hardin's funeral home or makeshift funeral home was located. That's where they found the almost 90 cremains right in this house right here. And next door to this house is the Greater Missionary Baptist Church. This is the building that Mr. Hardin used to hold his services in. And of course, this building is abandoned. And you can see his name is still on the sign. Right there. Reverend Shawnte Devon Hardin. All right, guys. I am out of here. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this crazy story. And with that being said, I am getting out of this neighborhood. I'll catch up with y'all later, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.